Well, when thinking about people I wanted to interview for this show, one of the first people who came to mind was Judge MOsley. 4 years ago, the Milwaukee Municipal Court judge received a kidney from a Brookfield judge. Katie Kroller talked to both judges after surgery.
They're closer than ever, walking together through the hospital with big smiles. Some may consider them an unlikely pair, but they are a perfect match.
I don't know what I'm going to do to ever repay her for what she's done for me. She saved my life.
Joanne donated her kidney to Derek after doctors told him he'd need a transplant to live.
That's a pretty daunting experience. So you get on the list, and then they say, we're going to put you on the list. So where am I on the list? And they're like, oh, well, you're about 5-6 years out. I mean, that's a long time. Remember, I was doing dialysis every day, 10 hours a day. That's 5 to 6 years.
Knowing she eliminated that stress is Joanne's greatest reward.
I don't even know how to explain it. I don't have words for that. It's just a great, great feeling.
Through their own transplant journey, they've met others still waiting for an organ. Their mission is to try and get them help too, before it's too late.
You don't have to be from the same race. You don't have to be the same sex. I mean, you don't even have to be the same size. If your numbers are compatible, your numbers are compatible. So the more people we can go to get tested, I think we could put a significant ding in that list of people waiting to get on that list.
It has been said that the greatest gift you can give is one where you get nothing in return. Well, as you just saw, Judge MOsley received such a blessing, and he joins me now here. And welcome to our Positively Milwaukee studios.
This is an honor for me to be here.
Well,
I always see this on TV, and I'm like starstruck.
Well, it's an honor to have you here, because let me tell you, everybody out there, I was in the newsroom last week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell a little secret about you that you may not like. But I heard all this commotion. There are people screaming, and I go, what's going on? What's going on? Who's here? Who's here? I'm thinking maybe it's Giannis or somebody. I thought, maybe pets or animals.
Oh, yeah.
But it was you.
Well.
They said, oh, that's just Judge MOsley. Everybody loves him. I said, oh, of course, he's so beloved.
Well,
But,
wow,
that's
thanks.
how it was funny, because there's all this stories, and then I ran after you, and I knew you were in a hurry. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
For,
Are you kidding me?
For letting me get
Thank
a
you
few
for letting me
minutes of
sit
your
right
time.
here.
But it's good to see you. And you know what? We're going to talk about something that really touches your heart and has affected your entire life, which is unbelievable. The friendship you have. Someone gave you a kidney, a local judge.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
It's and I might get emotional because it's going on 4 years, and I still get really emotional about it. But I mean, how do you thank someone for giving you the gift of life, right? It's tough. It's tough to do that. So I just try to live my life right and hold on to this kidney as long as I can.
Well, Judge Eyring actually, she not only gave you a kidney, but she's also given you the value of friendship, because you two are still so close.
She's my best friend and has been for a while now. This is way before the kidney. And, who else to come to your rescue than your best friend? So it's almost like it was written in a book, how it all
it really is. It's like
it's
like a movie.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, and I've met people, honestly, that have called me that tell me they're on dialysis, but they can't even get a family member, Judge, to give them a kidney.
Right, and that's been my goal, is to try to get people to understand the importance of organ donation. Kidneys, liver, the whole works. And that's the problem. I speak all the time about dialysis and also about organ donation. And people have a hard time having that conversation with family members.
Yeah, and I understand. A lot of people find that they don't want to sign the back, and it's so simple for your driver's license. I mean, you just sign that, and I'm always thinking, well, what do I need it for if I'm not here?
You're not going to be here, you can't use it.
So
right?
I may as well let some other people have it.
Right, and when you don't, and they bury you, they are burying life-saving organs.
Yeah.
I mean, that could save someone's life. I'm living proof of that. I would not be here today. And that is not an exaggeration. That is the honest to God truth. I would not be here today if it wasn't for that kidney transplant, if it wasn't for Joanne.
Yeah, and you think of the fact that you're not only here, but you're healthy.
Yeah, I feel great. My numbers are, so here's the crazy thing. Someone who's sick, because I had chronic kidney disease, and someone who has that, you don't know what your good is. So I always thought I felt good. I'm like, oh, I feel great. And it's not until you get the kidney and you're like, so this is great. Great feels pretty good, and for so long I thought this was how everybody felt, and it's not how everybody feels. But now I know how everyone else feels.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah. Because you were diagnosed with end-stage renal failure.
End-stage renal failure. It was, and I was, I was put on dialysis, and the kidney waiting list could be anywhere from 4 to 5 to 6 years. And so I wasn't quite sure if I had that time. And my doctors weren't sure if I had that time. So if it wasn't for Joanne stepping up and donating the kidney, like I said, I would not be sitting here with you today.
And the truth is, Judge, let's face it, most of the kidneys go to the younger people, the ones that are the healthiest. And sometimes the people who are older adults, they actually die waiting for an organ.
Right. And I think what happens is that process before you get to that age. I know people who have been on dialysis for 25 years. And I just think to myself, what was great, and my doctors were like, our end goal is transplant. Our goal is not to have you live a life that's comfortable until you die. Our goal is transplant. And so when you go in with that mission, everything changes. Diet changes, you take care of yourself. So when you get that kidney, you're ready to go.
Wow. We're so blessed that you are still here with us.
I am too.
And the most important thing, anybody out there who might be hesitant to sign the back of their driver's license, what can you say, Judge?
Well, I'm living proof that organ donation works, and that you've given me, I tell this to Joanne all the time, and she's given me years with my wife, years with my kids, years serving the community as a judge that I would not have had if it wasn't for someone who decided to give me the gift of life.
Yes, it's such a beautiful thing. And, Judge Derek MOsley, thank you for being on
Thank you for
Positive
letting
Milwaukee.
me be here.
It's wonderful. And thank you, Judge Joanne, for being such a wonderful inspiration.
Yes, no
Joanne
doubt.
Eyring, beautiful gift. And this is really what Positively Milwaukee is all about.